Hi guys, good morning. It's Dawn from Let's Make a Mess Today. How are you doing? So I decided to share my a junk journal that I'm making for somebody, and so yeah, I just two reasons for sharing. One is because there's three reasons. Number one, I like it. I'm kind of proud of it. Number two, and I want to show it off. And number two is I want the buyer to see it because this is like I made this for somebody on a special request. And number three, I thought I'd put it out here and get some ideas of, number one, what would you do to it? How would you make it better? And how much would you charge for something like this? That's kind of my reasoning for sharing. Here, you can sit here, Gracie. There, sit down. It's okay. No? You want to go through? We'll do something. Come on, go through. Go through. She's like, well, that's a nice little setup you got there. I want to lay there. No, this is just because I didn't want to show it on my ugly background, so I pulled out one of my pillowcases that I happen to love. Anything waffle, oh God, love it. It reminds me of a spa, right? Anyway, okay, so let's take a look. So it is a material, and it's kind of a flow, and I just added a couple of little things to the tie right here. I'm not good at tassels or beads or bobs or anything, so I just kind of added some tie-ins, not a big deal. And then I added one of those Dawn's Dangle things that I created not too long ago. So I added that. And I really didn't want to do too much to the material because the buyer actually loves the material. So all I did was I added a couple of little blings to it. But I did want to add a tie. So I added a tie, and I also added lots of lace to it. But I added a tie so that she could tie it up. All right, so let's take a look inside. I just added a few kind of plain tags. This is a really, really large one. This, by the way, is a 10.5 by 7. It's a pretty big one. There's 6 signatures, so 7 by actually 11. But I think these are 10. Yeah, these are 10.5 by 7. The signatures are. There's how many signatures are there? There's 6 signatures in here. So, yeah. Okay, so there we have that. Now, every signature has a wallpaper cover, and every one of those have a some lace on it. And then I just sporadically put some of these little 3D stickers in here, and they can easily be pulled off. I didn't add extra glue to them or anything, so that if you want to pull this out and use that or any of the stuff in here, you can. I tried to pick the prettiest pages that I could find. You're not going to find a lot of like scraps in here. I just didn't want to do that, but I did add a few little things that you can do and use. Every one of these has a little one of those bindings that I like to put on my. I'll show you one over here, kind of like this, so that I can keep the pages full. But you can pull these out and use them. But I tried to find the prettiest ones that I could. So that's a calendar page. There's a little book. There's some washi tape in here, not a lot. I put some Project Life cards in here that kind of match. There's lots of doily napkins, and then some other plain tags. All of the tags that you see are kind of plain because I wanted to leave them so that you could have something to play with. As you can see here, I don't like to do too much to pages that already are beautiful. These are beautiful. So I did add some of these wallies to here, a couple of them anyway. And I left some of the pages. And I've added some of these 1970s material pieces. And a piece of lace. And then this old Jewish card. No offense, I just love the size. And they're old Jewish, isn't that cool? I just love those. So it's fine. Add those. No offense to anybody, I hope. Okay. And then I also added some of these girls. I added, I think, 2 or 3 of these material, and I used material washi tape that you can pull off there. So, isn't that pretty? And then I tucked in a couple of these little sacks or little goodie bags. And in the goodie bags, I added a bunch of little pretty little flowers and ephemera that you can use on your tags or in your other art endeavors. And then, oops, that got, can't have that. And then we added some more beautiful pages that I thought were gorgeous. And a tiger. And a very vintagey looking image. You can cut this around and use it. Some more napkins. Some book page. I have to put something in here. That's kind of plain, isn't it? And a couple more, some matching paper, and another tag. I think there's 5 tags of various sizes in here for you to use. Oh, and a little, just a little, this is an iron-on, but trust me, I've used it. You can, it comes off of here. It's all one piece, so it's wonderful. It's like a rubber back. You can glue this on anywhere you want, so that's just in there. Kind of a nice little surprise. Here's some of that beautiful wallpaper. Another tuck spot. I made these tuck spots, so, and then you can actually put anything you want in there once you take these out. These are meant to be taken apart. But presentation, you'll see a lot of plain, but that's okay. I mean, so I added some bias tape in here, and what you can do with this bias tape is you can actually open it up and then use it, glue it down on the side, okay, of any of your pages. I didn't want to do that on here because I wanted you to be able to use these pages. Cool images, some more tags, and matching. This all kind of goes together. This scrapbook paper came out of the same pack. Another beautiful 3D Flutterby, pretty calendar pages, some gorgeous poetry and images. And here is, oh, I put some puzzle pieces, some of the large puzzle pieces that we use in there. So you have those if you want to do a puzzle swap. Isn't this cool old vintage? It's not really lace, but it's material, and I just fell in love with it. Now, why is that happening? That'll be fine. By the time you get it, after it sits in the post office for a while, it will be all flat again. There's some more of those 3D stickers. Another Jewish card, another beautiful Life is Beautiful napkin, and another doily. The vintage car images. Daffodils. These are my favorite daffodils. Are you sure there are aphids on your roses? I think that the picture probably had little pictures of little people on those babies on there. So I used some of these babies. Aren't they cute? And that's a cool picture. It's very cute. Those are cool. You could use this for fashion. Oh, and I made a couple of these little books up, and I put them in there. Again, these are wallpaper, and I put some of my handmade beads. If you guys are ever interested in seeing how I did these beads, I'll be happy to show you that. And I tied it on the inside with a little, and I left a little extra, so there's some pretty paper, and then some extra matching scrapbook paper. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Very fully. I love this. It's very crackly, and it feels it. And this is raised, so it's really pretty. These aren't just. I should have put these in last. I actually put these in first, right? Smart girl. And this is gorgeous too. 2 honeys running off. He's got his barefoot. Nothing better. And then we've got gorgeous 2 more honeys. This was out of that big large book that was called Love, so I really like it. There's some poetry in here from that. Iris, and then another beautiful napkin with a little paper clip that you can embellish. And I created another little book here for you, and I added another one of my homemade beads. So, yeah. And then, oh, and then I added, oh, and I gave you a happy fall on my ATCs. And then I put some of those pansies on some paper. I actually glued these on here with Mod Podge, so you can, you know, use this as an ephemera, or you can cut it out and use that however you want. Some more little raised stickers. These bluebells, I think. Oh, look at Hare Krishna. That's cool. It's very cool. Another poem by Thomas Hart Benton, called Romance. You know, I didn't really do a lot on every page because I just wanted, again, I wanted to leave it. And I did not add like different pieces of scraps in here because that's not how, I mean, I love that. I think that's awesome, but that's not how this book came to me. You know what I mean? It was more about, because it's such a big book, you know, it's like the pages are so large that I just really wanted to leave that. William Shakespeare, a poem. And then some more napkins. Gorgeous. This one's got a little gold metallic to it. I've always liked using this one a lot. And that's pretty. And I added some more Wallies with a little bit of a dangle here. Not a big deal. Something to stick that in there. I didn't overdo the dangles, guys. So there's some more little, oh, some of these little stamp pieces, and I actually used my stamp scissors to make them actual stamps, and then I gave you one of those bows. And then I added 5, this is a book of bookmarks, or a page of bookmarks, so if you want to make your own bookmarks, you can. I have so many of those that I do love to share them. I have been putting those in a lot of things. Happy Mail. Isn't it beautiful? It's thick. She looks so relaxed. Here's another one of those ladies. Oh, I knew there was another one. I need to put her in. I missed, and then I'll put some material on her to hold her in place. And then a couple of borders, and then another tag, and then another Project Life. And then, let's see, and then we have, here's a card that I made last year. It's one of my, I had a jelly plate for a minute that I made, but I threw it away. I should have just melted it down and redid it. I feel like a dummy, but, so here's a card. It's blank in the center, but it is a jelly plate print of a fall leaf. I made that last October, actually. How funny, it's a year old. And then just a bag of goodies, and I'm not going to show what those goodies are. Those are just bits and bobs and whatnots. So, I'm going to tie her back up. I don't like to tie, don't tie it too tight. This is, I poked holes and put the, not brads, but the, I don't know what those are called, doohickeys in. So there you go. There is the journal. And I really enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. And I think it came out pretty. But, so let me know what you think. And buyer, you know who you are. I told you I wouldn't mention your name. If you want to send me a PM and let me know if you'd like to see more in it or how you like it. And if you don't feel bad. I don't feel obligated. It's always hard to say, to interpret when someone says, oh, make me one, you know, what that person really likes. So, if you're not happy, that's okay. No worries, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and I will talk. I gotta go get some work done in my house. This is a disaster. I've been just crafting all week long, but now it's Sunday, and it's time to kind of come back out of my craft coma. All right, you guys, you have a good day. Take care. Bye now.